This video is over experimental probability, and we will be looking at compound events. I need you to get out two colors. They can be pens, pencils, crayons, markers, highlighters, whatever you need, but we're going to use it to help identify the answer for the data in the table. The first question says a coin was tossed in a spinner with 3 equal sections that are labeled 1 through 3. The results are shown in this table. This first column is over heads when you get a 1, a 2, or a 3. The second column is on tails when they get a 1, a 2, or a 3. Below is the question we need to try and find. What is the experimental probability that the next toss and spin will result in a 2 and heads? So I'm going to take those two pieces of information. The 2 is on the side. I'm going to highlight that entire row so I can focus on those numbers. The second event that they want to happen is the coin to land on heads. And that's going to be the first column. I'm going to highlight those numbers going down. And the point where they intersect or they cross each other, that is going to be the number that I'm going to use starting out to write my probability. And that one's not very dark, so we'll go over it like this. 38. 38 represents how many times there was a head. 38 times there was heads matched up with 2. So this is going to be the first number. The last thing you need to do is we need to know what is the total. I'm going to add up. This first column is 107. The second column is 109. Anytime you find probability, you need to get the total of all the data. That is 216. This is the other number I need to use to write my probability. My final answer, the chance of me getting 2 and heads from this table was 38 out of 216. That is not a very good chance of it happening. If for some reason you needed to write the word for this type of answer would be unlikely because it's less than half. The second example says a receptionist recorded the number of people who took an elevator up from his floor and the number who took an elevator down. He also recorded the number of men and women. The table shows the results. So first column again says elevator up. How many men took the elevator up? How many women took the elevator up? Second column has elevator down. How many men took the elevator down? How many women took the elevator down? The question that we're trying to determine, what is the experimental probability that the next person will be a man taking the elevator down? Those are the parts of the table I need to focus on. The first one is man. So the first row in the table, I'm going to highlight those numbers so I can focus on them. The second piece of information that we need, the second event, is going to represent the elevator going down. That's the second column. I'm going to also highlight those two numbers. The point where they intersect or cross, the number that's in both pink and blue for me, is 46. That's going to start my answer. There was 46 guys who took the elevator down. And in order to finish the probability answer, I need to get the total. The total people of elevator up was 90. The total people for elevator down was 86. That means overall, there was 176 people. That's going to be the second number that you need for your answer. My final probability is going to say 46 guys took the elevator down out of 176 total people. So it's still not really a good chance of that happening, but it's definitely higher than the last one. This is still less than half. The word that would go with this answer would be unlikely.